Video here for the triangle area. Let me zoom this thing in a little bit. We're doing this live, and you may be watching this on multiple places, but I'm basically trying to get this out to people in the Research Triangle area, Raleigh, Wake Forest, North Carolina, just to kind of let you guys know what's going on. First of all, it's been rough out there. I mean, this is Tuesday the 24th, and before I forget, actually, let me mention this if you haven't seen me post in some of the groups out there, that this is what people are trying to call Takeout Tuesday, because as you guys know, restaurants are really, really hurting right now, and they would use your help in any way possible. I mean, many of these restaurants that have closed their doors to customers, which is basically all of them at this point, and only doing takeout and delivery, they may never open again. So it's Takeout Tuesday, Tuesday the 24th. Spread the word. Tag people in this video. Tell them to go from their favorite restaurants and get some takeout food. Okay, that's number one. You definitely want to do that. Starting today. Excuse me. I'm eating and drinking. I'm eating my own stuff, produce this morning. Like I got some organic blueberries. But Takeout Tuesday is today. So make it a note of that for lunch or dinner, to go and get something from your favorite local restaurant. And we've got some incredibly valuable community resources. You guys may be in there right now watching this. Two of our largest, Wake Forest community information and Raleigh community information. How do you find those? Well, if you're not in them, Wake Forest community information has like 51,000 members. Literally like everybody in the area except for the people we've had to remove against their will are in the group. And I want to give a shout out to the amazing management team that we have, because I founded the group, but we've got some amazing people behind the scenes, which you may or may not know, Philip and Sarah and Aaron, who are basically make up our moderator team. They do an amazing, amazing job, not only in Wake Forest community information, but also in Raleigh community information. And they deserve a ton of credit, and a ton of support. And as you guys may know, managing a local group that has 51,000 plus people in it is a huge, huge job. And it's a labor of love for the community. That's what's so great about Wake Forest is a sense of community. I mean, we don't have a larger group in the Triangle area because it's just the personality of the area, right? I mean, every area has its own personality. I can tell you from being in real estate, every little town, every little neighborhood, their own personality. You got to try to match that to the person. And that's the unique thing about Wake Forest and the Wake Forest area, not just the physical town borders, but the whole area is just a sense of community and a sense of interaction and a sense of caring. And now sometimes that leads to some not so great things happening in the group, as you guys know. I know you've witnessed this before. And we ask for your cooperation, especially during this time, okay? Now, some of the things you may not know about Wake Forest community information, I know I keep talking about it, it's our most popular group, is that generally, we can see this as moderators and administrators, that we have an interaction rate of about 250,000 interactions per month. Okay, that's average. Right now, that's spiked up. I mean, I think last time I checked, we're at about 350,000 interactions per month. So we've got a lot of work to do, and we can never see everything, which is why we depend on you. And the biggest help you can do as a member of the group is to, number one, set the right example. Set the right example by behaving the way you want others to behave, right? Model that behavior. And then the other thing is, when you see something that goes wrong, which you will, because we cannot see everything, please go screenshot, or either if you're on your mobile phone, screenshot, learn how to do that. If you don't know how to do that, it's invaluable. We need this because people delete stuff. So screenshot stuff on your mobile phone. Or if you are on a laptop, just get your camera out and take a picture of what you see on your laptop screen and send it to all the moderators at the same time, and we will take care of it. Now, let's see, Raleigh Community Information is our second biggest group. We've got like 32,000 plus people in that group. That one's growing very rapidly. Both groups have a different personality, but that one's also really spiked up. I mean, I think we usually have like 80,000 interactions per month in that group. We're double, or about 150,000. So when you add that 150,000 to 350 in Wake Forest community information, you understand we have 500,000 interactions per month. It's just insane, all right? Which is amazing because we love the fact that everyone's connected. We love the community spirit. And if you guys are not in these groups and you are at all connected to the North Carolina area, to the Raleigh area, to the Wake Forest area, that's all we ask. please do not go in there and just spam the heck out of our stuff. Make sure you follow our rules, and our rules are pinned to the top, and they're constantly changing. So please maybe review them every week if you could, ideally. Definitely every month. Don't let more than a month go by without checking out the rules. So they're pinned to the top of the group. They're extensive. We're always adding to them because, as you guys know, whenever you have something good, whenever someone sees something, they try to take advantage. That's just human nature. So that requires us to put more policies and more guidelines, more rules, whatever you want to call them, in place. And that's probably something that's going to be ongoing forever and ever. But we do this to make the group as valuable a resource as possible and to level the playing field for everybody to use it to benefit the community. Ultimately, that's the purpose of the group, is to benefit the community. So that's why we modify the policies. And if you guys have any suggestions, by all means, the best way to get in touch with us is to private message all of the moderators all at the same time. Hopefully we won't get a flood of messages right now, or you can just tell us we're doing a great job too, because we almost never hear that. It's like a thankless job. And it's not just me, it's, like I said, the moderators who are doing such an amazing job. Now let's talk about businesses. We're in like a period of social isolation, what I like to call, I can't even remember the term now, proximity optimization. Proximity optimization. We don't want people to not be social. We don't want people to be feel like they're distant socially from someone. So we're calling it proximity optimization. Get on here on Wake Forest community information and Raleigh community information. Talk about what's going on in a positive way. Highlight things that are going well in your neighborhood. I mean, all the kids are out of school now. This is going to last for the rest of the school year. Let's talk about resources that are out there. Free learning resources for your kids. What are you doing at home? Are you homeschooling them? Just what are you teaching them now? Use this time as an opportunity to teach them and interact with your kids in a way that you wouldn't be able to do in a normal situation. So, and of course, all the resources that are out there online. Raleigh community information and Wake Forest community information are great to connect people who have a local mindset and a local concern. But we want to also use those groups to connect you guys to all the other resources that are out there that are online, because everything is kind of going virtual now, right? But we want to also use these groups as a way to connect local businesses and organizations to you directly through Wake Forest community information, Raleigh community information. So give these guys a shout out. So many things you can do to help local organizations and businesses that you want to see survive. Because any business or organization that you want to see survive, you've got to go help them right now. Okay, this is make it or break it time. A lot of these businesses are thinking they're not going to be able to survive. Actually, I say most of them at this point. The economy is in a tailspin, as you guys know. It's a great time actually to invest some cash into the S&P 500 or something if you've got it. But if you don't, a lot of people are hard up for cash. Let's just use this time wisely. Go to these businesses or organizations' Facebook pages. You may have seen me post about this in the groups recently. Go write them a review, your favorite businesses. And let's not use this time to trash people, okay? People that you think are valuable to the community, businesses and organizations that you want to see flourish, this is the time. They really need your support. So go write them a review. Just leave them 5 stars or 4 stars or whatever you want to do. You don't have to necessarily write them a review, but go find their posts. Any posts on their business page or the organization page. Share them in Wake Forest community information. Tell us why you like this business, why you like this organization. Tell us a story. Tell us some type of experience that you had with this business or organization in Wake Forest community information, in Raleigh community information, sharing their business organization posts, or not if you don't want to. But if a business goes into these groups and shares a post, make sure you like it. Actually, better than that, love it. Hit the love, the heart button. All this stuff helps the Facebook algorithm so that more people will find out about these organizations and businesses. And, if possible, Jeff Bezos is the world's richest man, and Amazon.com is a great company, but if you don't have to buy from them at this point in time, try to support someone local. This is make it or break it time. Someone who's right there, who is either in the community, in the virtual community. The virtual community is actually what matters more right now. That's why I'm saying that. That's why I'm doing this live video, and it's going across multiple streams right now, depending on where you're watching it. And before I go on anymore, if you guys have heard enough about Wake Forest community information and Raleigh community information and you want to join, here's the easy way to do it. Type in any browser, www.wfci.one. That's wfci.one. That'll take you to Wake Forest community information. You want Raleigh? That's All right, www.rci.one. rci.one. That'll take you to Raleigh community information. And we want you guys in there. If you have any connection to the Triangle area, we want to continue to build these groups. We want them to be incredibly valuable community resources that you turn to first. And not only do you turn to them first, but it doesn't cost you any money, okay? We have never charged anybody any money for using these. I know that other groups have done that, even though it's mostly against Facebook policy and stuff. But we exist to help the community, and we want to continue that. And we have more groups than just those two as well. We actually have a family of groups, because if you've gone and you've read the policies and guidelines at the top of our group, you'll see that they're the policies and guidelines of trianglegrapevine.org. So if you type in trianglegrapevine.org, you will go to our Facebook page with the same name. And if you look under groups, you'll see all the groups that we have. Some of the more popular groups that we have besides Wake Forest Community Information and besides Raleigh Community Information are Cary Community Information. That's our third largest group, I believe. And then we've got Rollsville Community Information. And then after that, we've got a 4-county group, which contains part of Wake Forest, because if you guys are familiar with Wake Forest, you know that Wake Forest is actually located in both Wake and Franklin counties. All right. So I've got one called Franklin, Granville, Vance, and Warren. Franklin, Granville, Vance, Warren counties community information. That is it's a pretty good one to be in. And also Durham County community information. Those are our largest groups, but we have others. We've got like Orange County, we've got Apex, Holly Springs, Fuquay, Varina, all these things. If you're a business or organization and you need business, please go in and join all of them. How do you find them? Go to trianglegrapevine.org, which will redirect you to our Facebook page, or just go straight to the Facebook page and click on groups, and you'll see all the groups that we have. So, see, what else can I tell you guys? The behavior is so important. Please do us a favor. Use this as a time to work on yourself, all right? In terms of your behavior. We know that not everybody, some people, some few vocal people become keyboard warriors after a while, and we don't want that in our groups. We want people that are going to be helpful, that are going to, we consider each person. I mean, we know that you can learn something you can learn something every day from every person that you meet. We don't want people to learn that we're keyboard warriors, all right? We want each of us to be a resource at this time. Utilize Wake Forest and Raleigh community information groups as a way to keep connected, share resources, make life better at this time. Okay, let's ramp this whole thing up to a whole new level as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, it's bad that this is happening with the coronavirus, and I hope you don't have it. I hope you don't have symptoms. And even if you don't have symptoms, stay socially distant or proximity optimized, and keep away from other people. Don't go out unless you have to. And this thing will be over probably in a month, I think. Who knows? We don't know for sure. But either way, get online, get on our groups, and use them as the incredibly valuable resource that we know them to be. Talk about your favorite businesses, talk about your favorite organizations, and just keep brainstorming, I suppose. Let's just keep talking about this. Let's keep the conversation going. And let me get into some more specifics, actually, because right now in time, of course, you guys know that one of the most important things you can do with this coronavirus is to make sure that you have optimized or built up or continue to build up your immune system. And while I'm talking about that, I'm going to have some more organic blueberries. Oh, I dropped it. How about some blackberries? I got some organic blackberries. Found the blueberry. Okay, well, this is the kind of stuff you guys want to. This is the kind of stuff you guys want to be eating. Is whole plant foods. All right. Now I know that that may go against a lot of the lifestyles that you guys are leading out there. But at this point in time, this needs to be said. And if you guys want to learn more about eating plant foods or the plant-based lifestyle locally in the Raleigh Triangle, Wake Forest, North Carolina area, I highly encourage you to join our group. We have a group that's dedicated to basically the no animal product lifestyle in the Triangle. It's called vegantriangle.org. It's called vegantriangle.org. Just type it into your Facebook, type it into any browser. You'll end up at our group, which has like 2,500 people in it. And all we talk about there is life without animal products. And truly, the best way to boost your immune system right now is to eat almost all plants, minimally processed plants, whole plants. That's what you guys should be eating. And in fact, you won't be gaining weight. And I'm sure that a lot of you guys are going to be either gaining weight right now, or you're going to end up with another kid in 8.5 months, 9 months. But that happens, that's fine. But let's focus on getting you as healthy as possible, no matter what your situation. So that's what we want to do, is build up the immune system. We know sleep is a major component, right? Stress reduction is a major component. Exercise is a major component. But the biggest component that has almost an immediate effect, by the way, okay? And if you're a restaurant out there and you offer plant foods in the Wake Forest, North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina area, comment here. Tell us what plant options you have that you have available for delivery, you have available for takeout, that kind of thing. Or get in our group, vegantriangle.org. We expect a rush of people in there. Come on, just sign up, because it's free to join that group. And we have tons of expert talks. I actually run a nonprofit dealing with plant-based living, and we've been putting out, 10 videos already in the last week with some of our experts that are affiliated with our organization. And you guys can just keep learning more and more. Like I was talking about these online resources where you can keep learning during this time. This is it. We're offering this to you. So if you don't know about it, there's no judgment, okay? So don't worry. I'm sure that I'll be getting some comments there saying, there's always some kind of, whenever you talk about getting rid of animal products, there's some kind of mean attitude that comes up in certain people. We're not like that in the vegantriangle.org group. So there'll be no judgment. We accept you for where you are, even if you're just looking, as long as you don't come into the group and misbehave, as we don't want you to misbehave in any of our groups, like Wake Forest Community Information or Raleigh Community Information. So go ahead in there. I highly encourage you to join that. You'll be hearing me talking about this, optimizing your immune system as well, with some of these videos here that we'll hopefully be doing in the near future. Hopefully this won't be an isolated video, unless this whole situation just resolves itself in the next couple of days, which I would love to happen, but I don't think that's going to play out that way. So that's about it, I think, for this video. The biggest takeaways from this video are, we're all in this together. Let's support each other as positive as possible. Let's talk about our local businesses and organizations that we want to see survive, because they need our help desperately right now. And if you, as an individual, want to optimize your immune system, get in our local group, vegantriangle.org. That group is right now fully dedicated to a free resource for you to completely optimize your immune system and have the best life you can. Because if you get this virus, you're going to need that immune system. Oh, and one last thing to leave you with. You don't need to have done this 6 months ago or 6 years ago to optimize your immune system. Our experts have been telling us you can optimize your immune system or have significant positive impact on your immune system in as little as 72 hours. I am not kidding you. Of eating stuff like this. Whole plants, delicious, blackberries. This stuff's really good, and you feel great, and you feel better mentally because you know you're doing the right thing. You know that if you get this virus, that your body is going to be more prepared and better able to deal with it. You get viruses all the time. This will not only help you with the coronavirus, it'll help you with every other thing that may, be affecting your life in a negative way, including diseases. You have type 2 diabetes, you have heart disease, you have, actually, there's many other things I don't even want to get into right now, but if you have any of these diseases that require maintenance medication, like lifetime maintenance medications, and you don't want to be on them anymore because of all the negative side effects and the costs involved, we can also enlighten you in that group, vegantriangle.org. So for now, also don't forget, if there's any of your friends that are not in our Triangle, grapevine.org groups like Wake Forest Community Information, Raleigh Community Information, invite them to join the group. We welcome everybody. We welcome everyone into all our groups, but each group has got its own specific area. We got one for Wake Forest, one for Raleigh, one for vegans in the Triangle, all of that. And we really, this is Mike Young again. You guys probably know, you can see up on the title there, that's me. Really glad that you guys are here. Really thankful that we're able to have such a blanketing effect on the community in terms of bringing everybody together, no matter what your viewpoints, unless you're talking politics, okay? We don't allow any politics in the group. You probably know that. Just check the policies and guidelines pinned to the top of the group if you don't believe me, because that is definitely in there. But we accept you where you are. Just don't get into any online fights in our group. We try to, the moderators do a great job of taking care of those things when they do happen, and unfortunately they do. But thank you so much for setting the right example in our groups too, especially during this difficult time, by behaving right and also letting us know about some great resources, businesses, and organizations that we should be patronizing and helping out during this difficult time. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.